blessed by Almighty Allah to this country. बहुत लोग आते थे in accordance with my habit in the earlier tenures 3 times as finance minister. Even last in 2023 I invited the business community. Many of you actually attended those meetings. I called all the major chambers, all the big business houses, council, including the Pakistan Business Council. तो मोस्ट ऑफ दी जो साथी आते थे फेडरेशन से तो बड़े डिप्रेस होते थे और डिजेक्टेड, हम तो ढूंढ रहे हैं कि अपना बिजनेस बेच दें और कहीं और चले जाएं वगैरह वगैरह. तो मैं हमेशा पूछता था, बताएं मुझे व्हाट इज़ द रियल प्रॉब्लम. दे यूज्ड टू टेल मी कि पाकिस्तान का एक्सटर्नल डेट हैज़ बिकम अनमैनेजेबल. मैंने कहा कितना है? $130 billion. Yes, it was liabilities and debt. Obviously the liabilities are like if you buy something on deferred payment basis, so you will still pay the rupees, but the state bank will have to provide the foreign exchange. So that was the right thing to, or even today, we call public debt liabilities. So jo public debt is pure public debt. The state has to provide rupees as well as the foreign exchange, but the liabilities mostly are the public sector, including the government sector, the corporate businesses and SOEs. तो मैं कहता था कभी आपने सोचा कि यू आर ब्लेस्ड विद credible estimates of 10,000 billions of mines and minerals, granite, stones, hydrocarbons. So we don't focus on that. So we believe in negativity and depression. So you have seen that we have come up with the program. I think Pakistan has a great scope. It is my honest belief and faith that Pakistan will reach to the right destination it deserves. It is a nuclear country, it is a missile country, and it has what is lacking is the economic stability and economic sovereignty. And for that we have to work collectively hard. The government and the private sector, and you are the business leaders, if we work together and streamline these assets. Few of you have been involved in different areas of IT, agriculture, mines and minerals. So all these areas have potential. तो उस तरफ काम शुरू हुआ है. अल्लाह करे कि इस मुल्क में स्टेबिलिटी रहे, क्योंकि जब भी कोई आप टेक ऑफ करने लगते हैं, अभी अब मैंने आपको प्राइस वाटर हाउस कूपर्स का बताया है, जब भी आप टेक ऑफ करने लगते हैं समथिंग हैपन्स एंड द होल थिंग्स गेट्स डिरेल्ड and you became 47th economy in no more than 4 years from 2018 to 2022. So this government actually had to, the PDM government, in fact 22-23, was basically struggling and fighting to rescue Pakistan not to default. And alhamdulillah that materialized. कुछ लोग कहते हैं जी को फलां चीज़ हो जाती तो शायद ये फिर भी हो जाता, ये होता. आई डोंट बिलीव इन दैट. आई हैड ए फर्म बिलीव वी हैव द प्लान बी रोल्ड आउट इन द बजट. आई कैन सी शहबाज राणा साहब सिटिंग हियर एंड हिज अदर जर्नलिस्ट कॉलीग्स. दिस ये ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है कि पाकिस्तान सस्टेनेबल नहीं हो सकता, लेकिन ऑब्वियसली यू लिव इन द ग्लोबल विलेज, यू वर्क विद एवरीबॉडी, एंड दैट इज आवर इंटेंशन, आवर whole effort. And the second problem which we inherited this time, it was there last year also, but this time after the elections, February 2024, was the diplomatic isolation. Now you were hearing that Pakistan को कोई deal नहीं कर रहा, Pakistan कोई relevance नहीं रही वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह, but it is all, I'm sure you would have been observing that it is all faded away. In 2012, when we were elected, 2 years non-permanent member of the Security Council, we just won by 1 vote. This time, we have been re-elected and we took the position 1st of January in the UN Security Council as member, 182 versus 5. You have seen that after 27 years, there is a large and very heavy event took place in Pakistan, alhamdulillah. Shanghai Cooperation Organization, the number of prime ministers, almost 9, some foreign ministers and delegation came to Pakistan after 27 years, event of that size and that magnitude. अभी रिसेंटली फिर हमने सोशल सेक्टर पे फैसला किया गर्ल्स की एजुकेशन के लिए, So you saw that we have another big international event in which 47 countries participated. So, there is no more diplomatic isolation. We are focusing. A sovereign wealth fund was created in last tenure before the caretaker government came in. It's being revived. And I think there is a total misperception about Pakistan's economic viability, Pakistan future possibility. I mean, as I said, you are the leaders. You yourself gave numbers, how much you export. So what is required is a little bit of effort. What is your problem? Pakistan is a twin deficit country, everybody knows. You have fiscal deficit, which is in rupees, and you have to manage that. Perhaps you can borrow, you can issue sovereign paper to raise that money, and you have external account deficit, the current CAD. So that is more serious. So I always believed that we should spend what we can afford to repay. So this has been my theme, and इस theme पे मैंने काफ़ी कीमत भी अदा की है. Exile में भी मैं रहा हूँ इन चीज़ों पे लड़ते तो but I have no regret. I did it for my country, and I'll continue to do it, that wherever it is necessary to give the right opinion and to talk the fact and say the truth, I will be the first one to do that, because it is a responsibility. It is our country. कितनी ज़िंदगी होगी, 70 साल, 80 साल, 100 साल, 200 साल हो, with the do something which is remembered by your future generations. तो आपने देखा कि recently in line with the 5-year development plan 2024-2029, Prime Minister has launched Udan Pakistan के नाम से एक road map, how we intend and how we plan to achieve that 5-year targets and the budgeted and the planned various benchmarks. So inshallah, I think together we have to sail this country to the right level and the right position in the community of nation. Yes, alhamdulillah, we have been tackling the challenges, and you have, I'm sure, since you have met your finance minister and the commerce minister, I won't bore you with all the numbers, but surely the inflation has gone down within a year. It has come down to almost close to 5%. You have seen the policy rate has come down from 22% to 12 last night, which is a big relief. 1,000 basis points have been shed off. So I believe this was necessary for the business. हमने जो development budget रखा है वो भी it's about over 1 trillion. The last budget when it was 1 trillion was 2017. 18 का बजट था जो which I presented. उसके बाद तो हम we have never been anywhere near. So now we are again pitch the development budget, because obviously development budget आप करेंगे, invest करेंगे तो फिर GDP growth बढ़ेगी. So we got to have, लेकिन जो worrying situation है, we have to have a control over the current account deficit. अभी तो alhamdulillah it has been doing very fine. You have been seen even last year. I remember जब वो Fitch की report के बाद, then there was a very stringent management. I remember March, April, May, there was a current account surplus. So recently also the current account surplus has been going on, and the cumulative numbers of the first months of this fiscal year have been very encouraging. So you see, I'm sure you had a very long day, and you must be tired and bored. But let me assure you that government will do anything possible to support the business community. Because the business is to be done by you, and government should be just giving the policies. And that is the priority of the current government under the leadership of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. And we are in engagement with most of the business sectors. The budget process will start hopefully very soon. Generally it starts in February. So I think the detailed consultative process with all you guys and the other business leaders and the chambers and the association should start. And I will certainly suggest to my colleague, finance minister, that he should actively involve you, because I believe you never know what good ideas can come from your side, and I'm talking by experience. At times, wonderful ideas come from the business community, which are easy to implement, and relatively more acceptable to the business community instead of being dande se har kaam nahi chalta. So these are certain things I thought I share with you very frankly. So all we need is your average. If you can jack up your remittances by 10 billion, and you are already on that roadmap, by the way. And if you can increase your exports by 10 billion, and if you can reduce your imports by substitution, 10 billion, you are in business. The country is out of any crutches which time and again we have to use and borrow. So from 30 odd billion export to 60 billion, you are in business. Alhamdulillah, the cycle will start. So this government has been focusing and trying its best to promote the atmosphere in the country, which is helpful. You have seen that Board of Investment was doing its job. I'm not saying they were not doing. I can't say I'm the founder of the Board of Investment, but that was the first assignment in 1991, 1992. So, but where the things were lacking, that the idea was when I founded, originally, was the one window facilitation to the foreign direct investor and for the investment facilitation. उस वक्त मेरे साथ वो first secretary थे जी शमीम अहमद खान साहब. Most of you would have dealt with him. Later on he became Commerce Secretary with me, and then he was when I was Finance Minister, first chairman of the SECP. तो वो जो गैप है कोई इतना बड़ा नहीं है, तो लेकिन उसमें ये प्रॉब्लम्स बहुत ज़्यादा शिकायत थी कि जो फैसिलिटेशन है इन्वेस्टमेंट प्रमोशन के लिए या फॉरेन इन्वेस्टर को या FDI को, वो दैट इज़ मिसिंग. So the government decided, as you know, that we through a piece of legislation हमने SAFC को खड़ा किया. उसमें तमाम स्टेक होल्डर्स मौजूद हैं under one roof, and I'm sure they would be helping and facilitating the business transactions. I see some people here who are in the process of bidding the national carrier. I was disappointed that they disappeared at the fake end. They should not have. With all due respect, they आपस में बैठे तो बात खुल के करनी चाहिए. Because he has created one more round for me, because I'm almost heading 42 committees already. So any issue there, there's a committee set up, and then Prime Minister would task me that, okay, these ministers will be with you and you try and just resort. So the whole process was done, but somehow our dear brother changed his mind at the fake end. I don't know the reasons, but I'm sure the Pakistan business community has the potential to do all these transactions themselves. You don't have to have strangers to come and do it. Look at your neighboring country. One of the conglomerate took the Sikh airline, Air India, and see what they have taken, which level now. Almost 500 aircrafts order was placed. I don't know Tabba sahab ne kitna plan kiya hua tha, but I'm not sure why he disappeared. Abhi maine gila kiya. Maine kaha kidhar chale gaye the. So because the whole process is to restart. But our preference is that let it be Pakistani corporate sector who should lead to be involved and take interest in the privatization of PIA. As for the Islamabad airport outsourcing is concerned, आपने देखा कि we've been very stringent in our committee. Again, that committee is headed by me, and many ministers and secretaries are there. So we believe that 56%, since this is public now, I'm just sharing with you very frankly, 56%, IFC was the transaction advisor. They had thought very seriously and advised the committee and the government that it is a very big high threshold, and the reserve price we are fixing 56% of the revenue for the government, for the civil, Pakistan Airport Authority, and 44 for the operator. But somehow we saw that the process failed. It will be laid to rest hopefully by cabinet by tomorrow. But I'm giving you a better news. Certain countries are interested, even because now it's all public. What is acceptable, the minimum price by Pakistan, and that is in addition to the $50 million down payment, 56% of the revenue. of Islamabad Airport. This is non-aeronautical revenue. So we already have soundings and vibes that certain other players are ready. So as soon as this transaction gets complete closure, we would waste no time both on PIA and on Islamabad airport outsourcing, because आप जाएं वहाँ तो इस दूसरी एयरपोर्ट्स को देखें, एक्टिविटी है ही नहीं है. And it deserves much more activity. There are no commercial, properly commercial area utilized. आपको hardly वहाँ कोई activity नज़र आती है. So it should be handled by a professional, operator. दुनिया हीथ्रो अगर outsource हो सकती है तो इस्लामाबाद एयरपोर्ट क्यों नहीं हो सकती? So we have all the 3 airports on the list. We have almost identified 24 SOEs in the first phase to be privatized. These are few ones of the 24. So inshallah together, I think किसी को कोई भी अच्छा idea हो, please do send us your ideas. This हम सब का मुल्क है और सब ने इस मुल्क को, मैं जैसे अर्ज़ किया कि मेरा तो बहुत strong faith है कि हमारे इंशाअल्लाह हमें अल्लाह ताला ये तौफीक देंगे कि हम इस मुल्क को इसकी जहाँ सही इसकी पोजीशन बनती है कम्युनिटी ऑफ नेशंस को लेके जाएं. एंड आई बिलीव कि इट्स नॉट डिफिकल्ट एट ऑल. On the one side is $130 billion liability. On the other side, proven, very, very effective work has been done, and the estimates are very credible. 10,000 billion of reserves of the items I have counted, a few minutes ago. So 10 trillion versus 130 billion. मैं वैसे भी कोई लाइटर नोट पे मैं लोगों को कहता हूँ कि कभी पता है कि बिज़नेस दोस्तों को कहता था लास्ट ईयर, पता है अमेरिका का कितना है, तो आप तो इतना घबरा गए हो, कहते नहीं वो हमसे तो बेहतर है. मैं कहा नहीं, 109